Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the chance to join the International Conference on Education. Secondly, to Mr. Puji Sumarsono, the General Chair of International Conference on Education, then to the University of Muhammadiyah Malang, and all the participants. I'm so happy and lucky because I can present the journal of the correlation between parents' educational background and students' vocabulary mastery. This journal is conducted by me, Puspita Yunia Nurrahmat, my friends Istiqomah and Ika Wahyuprihati. For the first occasions, I will be presenting by Istiqomah. Ms. Istiqomah, the time is yours, please.
Thank you, Ms. Puspita. At this occasion, I would like to describe about the background of our journals. It's about the parents' educational background and students' vocabulary mastery. As we know that English is a very important language at this time. So many people try to try to master this language by learning learning this kind of language, and then in learning this language they face some difficulties. For example, they don't know how to speak English, they don't know how to say it in English, and then the first fundamental problem is about the lack of vocabulary. Why does it happen? Because the English is not our first language, we know, and then this is our foreign language, and then how to master it, it's become a very big problem. The teachers try to change the students influenced by the English in their school, but sometimes they have to learn this language with their home parents. So that's why parents' educational backgrounds have to influence about the students' vocabulary mastery. For the examples, parents' knowledge suppose will influence on the students' vocabulary mastery. Educated parents at least will capable on some vocabulary learned by junior high school students. The higher parents educated is presumed will have more vocabulary, so it will be very helpful to the students' vocabulary development. But somehow, the parents with a low educational background may just cannot say anything in English with their children. So that's all about the background. Next slide will be presented by Ms. Ika Wahyuprihati. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Istiqomah. Please, the next slide. The problem that arise and develop in this research are formulated as follows. Is there a positive correlation between parents' educational background and the student English vocabulary mastery at MTS Leasing academic year 2020-2021? And the purpose of this study is to find out whether there is a positive relationship between parents' educational background and the student English vocabulary mastery in MTS Leasing academic year 2020-2021. From the next slide will be described by my partner, Ms. Puspita. Time is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Ika. The method this research was conducted at MTS Lewiseng uses the correlation method. The populations of the study were all students of Class 7 MTS Lewiseng, consists of 55 students. The sample is 20 students. The data collection technique used a random sampling technique. In collecting data, the writers gave a questionnaire and vocabulary test to the sample class. The analytical technique used in this research is Pearson's product moment correlation. And the results, based on the calculation in the previous chapter, the writers get the result of the research as follows. F observed is 7.2 and F table is 4.41. Therefore, the value of F observed 7.2 is higher than the value of F table 4.41, or F observed is higher than F table. Moreover, the writers state the hypothesis as follows. And the hypothesis null, there is no positive correlation between parents' educational background and students' vocabulary mastery. And the hypothesis alternative, there is a positive correlation between parents' educational background and students' vocabulary mastery. The rule of examining the hypothesis is that the hypothesis null is refused if F observed is higher or same as F table. Based on the descriptions above, the writers conclude that the hypothesis null is refused and the hypothesis alternative is accepted. It means there is a positive correlation between parents' educational background and students' vocabulary mastery. And the conclusions, based on the result of this research, the writer concludes that the students whose parents have high level of education tend to have better vocabulary mastery than those whose parents have low level of education. With the calculations, F observed 7.2 is higher than the value of F table 4.41, or F observed is higher than F table. It shows that there is correlation between parents' educational background and students' vocabulary mastery. And the hypothesis of this research, there is a positive correlation between parents' educational backgrounds and students' vocabulary mastery is accepted. It means parents' educational backgrounds correlate to the students' vocabulary mastery. That's all from us. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.